This is Module F of Chapter 00, and it's all about moving your mind. You're enrolled in Psyc1001R. Store in the back of your mind whether you would like to consider taking Psyc1002 next. Also, what I'd like to suggest you do is, throughout this course, make some note of topics that are of particular interest to you. Why, you might ask? Well, for one reason, when you're personally interested in a topic, you will typically do better in it. And if you make a note of those topics, then you're going to do probably a little bit better on that topic than you would otherwise. Just so you know, there are also students who are taking this course via something that we call E-Carleton Psyc1001R. That means they're not taking it for credit. Those students can jump to the credit version at any time. For those students as well, I say, keep in mind what topics might be of particular interest to them. Part of what I'm talking about here in this final module of Chapter 00 is the kinds of questions that I think it's important for you to ask of yourself as you encounter the material in this course, as well as when you encounter material that you will find in the world at large. I won't repeat some of the criteria that you see here. You can take a look at them at your leisure. But I think these are important questions to ask about whenever we encounter a new piece of information. I thought of these recently when I saw a media report that suggested that men are many, many more times more likely to be struck by lightning than women. Well, why might that be? I submit to you that applying some of these critical thinking criteria might help you answer that particular open question. Overall, my hopes for you in this course are that you try as much as possible to personalize the material. Link it to your life. I say this because I think it might bring value to your life. As well, I know that when you make material that you're trying to learn personal, you're much, much more likely to retain it. If you're more likely to retain it, that means you're going to do a whole lot better in terms of exams on that material. I also want to encourage you to complete the questionnaires that you'll find associated with Chapter 2. I also strongly encourage you to ask questions. Ask questions in the discussion forum, ask questions on Twitter Tuesdays, and by all means, if you can provide answers to some of the questions that other students have posed, feel free to jump in. Do participate in the experimental research. It'll get you a maximum of 4% added to your total, your total final grade, as well as it will expose you to some kinds of research that is actually being conducted at Carleton University right now. Do please tell us a little bit about yourself. Click on that Getting to Know Each Other link on the See You Learn web pages for this course. And finally, what I'd like to ask you to do, because this is a new thing that we're doing here at Carleton, I hope that you will agree to be included in the formal research that we are conducting on this course. And you'll see that described in a little bit more detail by Professor Ann Bowker in the next video.